We're surrounded by AI content everywhere in all social medias, and everywhere we look, someone is talking about AI. But if you work by yourself as a freelance, as a beauty artist like I am, what do you use AI for? So today I'm gonna go through, I listed around 13 ways that you could use AI that I usually use it, but I'm gonna explain a little bit more. I'm gonna go through a full list today of 13 ways that I use AI or that you could be using AI for yourself. And each one of them I'm gonna break down. Some of them are pretty obvious and we don't really think about it as AI anymore. And other ones can actually have a longer video just about them because they can be much more complex. Okay, so first one of them, which one should you use? Should you use ChatGPT? Should you use Claude, Gemini? I don't think that matters that much. You can pick whatever you prefer. For me right now, I only use ChatGPT when I want to research like stuff in general, or actually Gemini as well. But when it's about like, for example, content for Instagram, for YouTube or anything, and my ideas, I've been using Claude only. So I usually put my ideas there. ChatGPT is good because a lot of people use it. So for example, for my YouTube course from Think Media, they have ChatGPT that they set up themselves to help us with some things about videos with like description, and then there's another one to help us with titles, and then strategy, things like that. So ChatGPT is more like worldly used. A lot of people like create their own and then share or sell it for others. But I prefer Claude, especially to write content, because I feel like Claude is the last, like ChatGPT and Gemini, they are too much like, oh, this is a great idea. Oh, this is the best thing ever. And they are like too much of a support. They support you too much. And I think some ideas should not be supported. I need someone to tell me like, okay, but maybe you should look this way. And I feel like Claude is much more like that. It's not like, it doesn't support whatever I say. So, and also with time, on the beginning, Claude might not be talking the same way you would, but with time, when you start like, I write all my captions, then I put on Claude, and then I basically ask him to like tweak some details, because English is not my first language. So I always ask him to like tweak, make it a little bit better and fix my grammar. Or sometimes I use an expression in English that I thought I've heard before, but sometimes I get it a little bit wrong. Or I'm thinking about an expression in Portuguese and then I can't think about an English one. So like things like that. I don't really take ideas from AI because I feel like the AI ideas are never like very original. I feel like they are more general, and then it's not very, I don't know, not that interesting a lot of the times. So for organizing my ideas, I have my notes app. It's a freaking mess. It's so messy. I have so many ideas, and then sometimes they are better organized. Sometimes they're just like a bunch of topics, and oh my God, it's a mess. Like when I look at it, I don't even understand what's in there. So from time to time, when I'm like thinking about ideas for posts and for videos, I throw everything on my Claude, and then I tell him to help me organize. And then sometimes I wanted to organize in like content pillars or topics or whatever it is. So it helps me do that. And I think that's a big help for me. I would just write down ideas and never use them. The next thing we can use AI for will be the Claude Co-work. The Claude Co-work feature is one of the features that I would say we would probably need a full video about it, because on YouTube, if you search it, there are loads of full videos about it. Actually, you should go to one of these people. Maybe not with me because I haven't used it yet. The problem with Claude Co-work for me is because since I live in Hong Kong, Claude is technically not allowed in Hong Kong. Like they don't work in Hong Kong. I have to use VPN to access on my laptop, and only on my laptop I get to have the app. I can't have the app on my phone, for example, because Apple Store won't allow me to download it. So on my phone I have to use on the browser, and then on my laptop I have the app. So because it doesn't work in Hong Kong, for a co-work you have to pay. It's extra, it's not free. So the version I use now is free, but the co-work and code, and they're all paid. But for you to pay, you need a phone number. And because it's not allowed in Hong Kong, of course, it doesn't allow Hong Kong numbers. So I'm actually thinking about using someone else, like maybe my mom's phone in Brazil. So I can pay for Claude and use it, the co-work. Because the co-work, you basically allow it to use your laptop and start doing projects. So you can even sync like your Canva, for example, and then it's gonna make you make posts. The problem about that is that it can start looking very general. So as anything with AI, you have to like put your own touch, your own like personality, your own way of speaking. So it will help you, like the Claude Coworker features will help you get things done faster, but you still have to have the last word. You still have to like go through it and see and change change things and reorganize and write it a different way. Otherwise, our posts are just gonna look like any other AI generated stuff on Instagram, and I can't stand seeing those anymore. So that's why I don't get ideas from them. I don't take everything they say for like as it is. I always try to change a little bit, put my voice. I write jokes on my captions, and I make sure they keep it like that, because sometimes they will remove or like change my joke a little bit, and I'm like, no, your joke's not funny. My joke was funnier. So I go and change it. And sometimes I go and say like, I don't like this that you wrote. Let's rewrite it this way. So co-work feature, it does so much more than that, guys. You can sync to your Notion, to your Canva, to your like docs. It can do a lot of stuff for you. I don't know it yet, but there are a lot of videos on YouTube you guys can research. Maybe later when I upgrade my Claude and start using it, I can do another video of how I'm using it for lashes. The next thing we're going to talk about for AI is one thing that we see a lot everywhere on Instagram and on YouTube as well, which is auto DMs. Auto DMs is just like when you comment something on someone's post and then you receive a message right away from them, which is either a love or hate relationship from people, I feel. Because I feel like a lot of people are like, oh my God, I hate that auto DM feature. I would never do that to my business. I want to reply to each one of my clients and my followers myself, which is fair, which is nice. But then most of the time, if you have a lot of followers, you're not going to be able to reply all of them. And even if you do, and you're trying to share a link, every time someone messages you, you have to go yourself there, find the link, copy the link, go back, paste the link, reply to their message. Like, honestly, when I see stuff like that, like comment, blah, 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 and I'll send you the link, I really don't care. I'm happy to like comment if I get the link right away, and then I can check it and buy and sign up or whatever. I really like the auto DM. And like, I don't even have that many followers. You guys can go there and follow me, because I always share like tips like these and much more for, especially for lash artists, but for any beauty artists like freelance, or even just like women in their 20s and 30s, because I'm always sharing like other stuff that have nothing to do with lashes. But yeah, so I don't mind. I like that feature. I use it, and I don't even have that many clients, but I used it, and it was very useful for like when I open my waitlist for like models or course, stuff like that is easy. Like anyone can go there at 1 a.m. They want to know more about my course. They'll write down course, comment course, and then they'll get a link with everything they need to know. So I don't know. I don't really get the hate so much, but I like it. And another thing, you can also use ManyChat. ManyChat is actually the biggest one for that. It has more features than StenStore. The one I use is StenStore. I don't need anything too complicated right now. I don't have a bunch of clients, a bunch of funnels, and you know, a lot of products. So StenStore is good for me because I can sell digital products, I can give freebies and then collect emails. I can open a waitlist for my course, which is open if you guys want. I have all of that. I have a ebook there that I sell for lash retention. I have freebie for beginner lash artists of things that I think they should have. And I'm actually gonna be updating that with links to the products, and maybe, I'm gonna see, but maybe I'll share my discount code that I have from with Lost Artistry. But the discount code with Lost Artistry is only for the beginner kit. So I think it only works with the beginner kit. You can buy other products. And then I have my waitlist for my course. I have my auto DMs. I have my landing page on Instagram. So it's very useful. And there are much more things you can do there. I think there are like memberships and stuff like that. I'm not really sure, but there are more features there. You guys can go and check. And if you want to try StenStore, you can have 2 weeks for free if you click on the link below in the description, because I have an affiliate code there. Another thing a lot of people are using now, this is more specifically for lash artists, is they're using ChatGPT to edit the client's skin. So if you don't have like Facetune, or if you don't know how to use that, there are people that share prompts just to edit the client's skin and not change anything about their lashes. So it's good because, you know, a lot of clients like feel uncomfortable, don't feel that confident, you know, the light that we put on their face is not the most flattering sometimes. So having your client's skin edited can make them feel more comfortable with you sharing their photo on your social media, especially if you have a big account, or if you're trying to grow your account, or if you want to like make ads with that photo, things like that. ChatGPT also have viral trends. That's another thing that we will be talking about. They will have like, for example, prompts of trends. I did one last month, but I never posted it. I did the edit and didn't post it, but it's like, oh, like people will create prompts and like edit my photo with like flowers and golden vibes, and their skin will be this way and blah, blah, blah. And then everyone start uploading their photos, client photos with a prompt, and then ChatGPT will generate a photo. So I actually have some photos. I'll add them here on the screen from that trend, but I didn't post them. But you know, it's a thing that some artists are using sometimes, like just a trend post, and then that's it. Okay, the next thing will be generate original photos for their social media, either from them or from objects or whatever, or just like pretty photos to mood boards and stuff like that. I don't really do that. I don't really create photos from scratch for like my posts on ChatGPT. Like for example, if you never had like a professional shoot, you can try to like write a prompt and then, I don't know, get a photo as reference and then your photo. I don't really do that, but I see some people doing it. So I don't know. It's a thing that people are doing with AI. But one thing that I do use is sometimes to edit my thumbnails. So my thumbnails are mostly done on Canva. I do them on Canva, but sometimes I need to tweak them a little bit with some AI if I don't have like the right position, or if something is looking a bit weird, or if it's not looking very professional or whatever. Sometimes I edit with ChatGPT. And sometimes I also edit my thumbnails with the website 1 of 10. So I pay 1 of 10 and it helps me with a lot of ideas. But their face feature, I don't know, it always makes me look a bit weird and my nose always very big. So I don't always love the photos that the thumbnails that they make of me. So I always have to tweak a little bit. But that's another AI tool that you guys can use if you have a YouTube channel, for example. One more AI trend, and I hate this one so much. Oh my God. But so many people use it, but I hate it. It's AI voiceovers. I can't stand. I feel like it's less now, but before every video is like, this is me and blah blah blah. Or oh my God, I hate AI voiceovers when they're trying to read the text on the screen and they can't pronounce the words right, and then oh my God, I hate it so much. Thank God I think it's a bit less now, but I feel like from time to time there will be like a trendy voiceover, like character, like on CapCut you can pick characters. They'll still do stuff like that, but I can't wait for it to stop. Talking about CapCut, one more thing would be CapCut AI for like auto captions. I do use that a lot, and we don't even think about that so much as AI, but I guess it is considered AI because you're not doing that manually. So it's making everything, putting captions on your whole video. I do that for a lot of my reels, and also you can translate those captions. So I guess that would also be another feature for AIs, like translating the captions for other languages. Like for example, if I want to share in English and Portuguese for like my friends in Brazil or something, you could do that. Also YouTube also automatically translates and gives captions to your videos, but you have to go manually and kind of like pick which languages you want and upload them to the video. So the next two topics for AI, I don't really use them, but I thought it was kind of smart to use. So the next one, which will be total now around number 10, will be AI for responding client inquiries. And Instagram have that for a long time already. Like you can kind of like write down options of questions that your clients usually ask you a lot. Like for example, how much, menu, price. And then when your client opens the DMs, they can kind of like click in some of those questions and then it's gonna answer them automatically. Well, at least this is the way I know how to like automatically reply to clients' inquiries. Might have other tools to do that as well, but that's the one I know. And the next one will be AI to write down policies and contracts. So can help you like write policies for like your clients in the salon. A long time ago, I remember I bought like a document for Lash policy. So now you can probably do that with AI. I don't know if that's the most how I would recommend. I guess the best way to do it is like go through a lawyer, but realistically, who has money, like especially on the beginning, to go through a lawyer, right? Unless you already have a bigger company, usually people not have, I don't know what to think. I haven't used those, but what do you guys think? Do you think it's okay to go to use AI to do that? Or do you think you shouldn't be doing that? It's not right. You should do it with the lawyer. Let me know in the captions because I don't really know how to think about that one. And we're down to the last two topics. So the next one will be the Canva AI. Can be the Canva AI Write, Magic Write, I think they call, and the Canva AI image generation as well. I used it the other day to like set fire on the newspaper that I have. I have a photo holding newspaper, and then I wanted the newspaper to be like catching fire on the edge. It took me a couple of tries because sometimes like the Canva would mess up my face or everything would catch fire or just a little bit. And I was like, I just want the edge. So it took me a few attempts to get the right prompt to get Canva to understand what I wanted, but it actually worked much better than I was expecting, and it's quite quick, so I actually recommend doing that. And the last one will be similar to another one that I already talked about, but using AI to write down clients' inquiries for the beginning. So if you're on the beginner lash artist, maybe you don't really know, like maybe you're still kind of nervous to get your clients, maybe you can use AI to help you write down a few questions of what you should ask them. Actually, I should make a video on that, which is basically like what you should be asking your clients when they first come. Maybe I'll do that on Reels first because it'll be quicker. So go follow me on Instagram. Yeah, so ask them like, what do you usually get? Have you ever tried lash extensions? What do you like about them? What you don't like about them? You also have to analyze their face. There are AI apps, programs that help you analyze clients' face. I don't know if I trust that 100%, but there's a girl, Rebecca, and she's very big on Instagram, so I'm sure you guys can find her. I forgot her Instagram handle. If I find it, I'll put it here, but otherwise you can just go there to my Instagram and look for Rebecca on the people I follow. But she sells her own app that analyzes clients' faces. I never tried, so I don't know if I trust AI to analyze my client's face, if it's 100% accurate, but I would recommend you learn by yourself first, and then sure, you can use, if you have a lot of clients, you can use the app to make it quicker or whatever. But you always have to be asking questions to your clients. Maybe AI can help you like get some questions in, like so you can like memorize, get used to ask them, and then soon it's gonna be easy. You're gonna remember that all the time. So let me know if you guys like any of these. What are you using that I haven't mentioned here? And if I should do another video about them. See you next. Bye.